for the fans. The glory for the pinstripes.
Hey, what's up, Yankees Nation? Welcome back to Yankees Fan Central. I'm your host, your voice in the stands, bringing you the intel straight from the source for the true heartbeat of the Bronx Empire. Let's dive right into the hot stove because things are heating up. All right, listen up. Bronx Bombers fans, this is your insider speaking, and I've got one of those stories that messes with both your heart and your strategic mind. If you bleed pinstripes, you need to hear this. Today, we need to have a serious sit-down about a name you all know very well, a talent we watched grow up right there on the sacred mound at Yankee Stadium, and who now, as one of the hottest free agents on the market, might be plotting a course back home. I'm talking about the hurler Michael King. The latest intel I've gathered, cross-referencing data circulating through league back channels, indicates that our former reliable arm has become an absolute priority, not just for us, but for half the league this winter. It is crucial we understand the full picture. King, now 30 years old, has reached a level of maturity on the bump that puts him on the top shelf. But this narrative comes with medical footnotes that demand our scrutiny. During the 2025 season, Michael King proved his worth without a doubt while wearing a San Diego Padres uniform. We are talking about a pitcher who, in the last 2 years, away from New York, accumulated a respectable record of 18 wins and 12 losses. But what really pops when we look at the cold, hard numbers is his earned run average, his ERA, which sat at an impressive 3.10. To complete the efficiency analysis, his WHIP, walks plus hits per inning pitched, was 1.19. Those aren't the numbers of an average arm. Those are the stats of a guy selected to the All-MLB second team in 2024. He transformed, he evolved, and he showed he has the stuff of a top rotation starter. However, transparency is key on this channel, and I can't ignore the elephant in the room. Durability. Last year, King was limited to just 15 starts. The reason? A worrying combination of a nerve issue in his throwing shoulder and persistent inflammation in his knee. For any GM, and certainly for Brian Cashman, reading nerve and shoulder in the same sentence lights up a yellow, almost red alert signal. Despite this, the quality he delivered when healthy was so high that the market seems willing to bet on his full recovery. He declined his mutual option of $15 million for 2026, a bold move that clearly signals he knows his worth. King isn't looking for a bridge deal. He wants the long-term commitment and financial appreciation an ace deserves. He was the leader in shutouts in the National League in 2025, proving that when the ball leaves his hand, hitters have no answers. The question for us is, does his performance ceiling justify the medical risk? The market's initial answer seems to be a resounding yes. Now, let's break down the strategic chess match of this move, because this is where it gets interesting for us Yanks fans. According to reliable reports, including deep dives from MLB.com's Mark Feinsand, the New York Yankees are listed among the top teams interested in repatriating Michael King. But we aren't alone in this race, and the competition is heavy. We are talking about a direct dogfight with the Chicago Cubs, the Detroit Tigers, and to spice up the local rivalry even more, the New York Mets. Just imagine the backstage battle between the Bronx and Queens for this arm. Besides them, teams like the Baltimore Orioles, our direct division rivals, the Los Angeles Angels, the Miami Marlins, and the San Diego Padres themselves are still monitoring the situation. It's a bidding war about to explode, and we know that when the evil empire wants someone, we have the financial firepower to make it happen. But the strategy needs to be surgical. it makes all the sense in the world that King is seeking a contract that pays annually much more than the $15 million he turned down. He spent his first 5 years in the big leagues with us. He knows the pressure of wearing the pinstripes. He knows what it's like to face the New York media, and he understands the demands of our fan base. Bringing back a player who was once ours, who was involved in the historic trade for Juan Soto, would be a poetic and tactical move. Our rotation needs that elite depth. We need someone who can slot in right behind Garrett Cole and give the squad stability. King has evolved, adjusted his arsenal, and become a more complete pitcher than the one we let go. His familiarity with our pitching development system and the stadium could be the differentiator that makes him choose the Bronx over Steve Cohen's money with the Mets or the rebuild in Detroit. However, the front office needs to be smart. Offering a long contract to a pitcher with a recent history of shoulder issues is the kind of gamble that defines seasons. If he stays healthy, we'll have one of the best pitching staffs in the American League. If he breaks down, we'll have a heavy contract clogging up the payroll. But looking at the current market, where quality arms are scarce, Michael King represents a golden opportunity to fix a hole in our roster with someone who already has Yankees DNA. The competition is fierce, but the pull of coming home to the place where it all started and the chance to fight for a World Series ring in pinstripes might weigh heavily on his decision. We, as fans, must stay tuned to every rumor because King's return could be the missing piece to solidify our defense and lead us to title number 28. The potential signing of Michael King is a classic high-risk, high-reward scenario. Technically, he is the arm we need, dominant, New York-tested, and capable of perfect games. The medical history from 2025 is worrying, but the talent is undeniable. The strategic question for you guys is it worth compromising the long-term budget and risking King's physical health to stop him from going to a rival like the Mets or the O's? I want to hear your take right now. Should the front office bring our boy back or focus on someone with less injury history? Drop your comments below, smash that like button if you want ring number 28, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a single detail of this insane offseason. Let's go, Yankees.